Take 57. I have been out here for 10 minutes, and the neighbor's dog has just been a barking, so let's see how far I can take it in before he acts up again. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We made it to the middle of the week. Sorry about yesterday. You didn't see me. I had physical therapy. Jack and I had to go into Bloomer to the hardware store, and he got a couple of things, the old quick trip run, and oh yeah, we had the maintenance man here yesterday, so things were kind of busy, dizzy, which is fine. Today, it's going to be rainy and cool, a high of 70, which is fine, hence this light jacket with the hood. I don't plan on being out in the elements. Nevertheless, it's good for the crops. Coming home, they always say that expression, knee-high by the 4th of July, the corn. And it doesn't even look like it's to my calf. Now, I haven't stepped out into a field, but the corn just seems like it's a little bit short, so we need the corn to feed the cattle, if you know what I mean. Don't know what the day is going to bring, but I'm going to take you along with me and show you a day of eating. So, buckle up. Okay, what I have here is the chopper, that I have from QVC. Let me see if it shows up that way. No, it doesn't. The product is from a company called Genius. If you can see that, Genius. Kind of hard to see there. Let's get the top part. There we go. That's much better. Genius. Sorry about the light up above. Yikes. Genius is the product. Oh, that's better. Genius is the chopper. And it comes with all of these attachments, Debbie. This is what I'll use to make small pieces for French fries for Jack, for example. The larger one is what I cube up the ground beef patties when I make them medium rare. When I put it in the stew this week, it has a slicer attachment. I'll leave the safety on there. It has where you put your whatever in there. Let's say slices of cheese. And you can go down with one fell swoop. And what I will do is demonstrate it next. So put the lid on the top. I snap. This is just not good, Jerry. The one-handed person that I am, videographer. But you got to be careful. What in the world? You have to put the sharp side up because as you're applying pressure, let me back off. As you're applying pressure, it will cut the product. When you add this top attachment like yay. Again, one-handed. Why do I subject myself and my viewers to my shenanigans? Let me tell you. And you push down like this. So I will demonstrate next with a potato. And what I did right here, just to make it easy, remember, I'm a righty. That was my left hand you saw. I put the potato in. Let me show you. As opposed to putting the potato in this way, the long way, I put it in this way, the short way, because I refuse to put my camera down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Just apply pressure, and there you go. There you have your little pieces. Now what I'm going to do is take that tall potato this way, put it in this way, in the tall way, and hang on a second. There we go. I got it into better position. Take it the long way and smash it. And now what you have here, let me open it up. with both hands. And yes, I do realize the majority of people on my channel are carnivore or keto, and they don't care about potatoes. I'm just doing this to show what my friend Debbie wanted to find out. So for example, when you put the potatoes in the long way, Debbie, you get a long fry. These are very short baby potatoes that I got from Quick Trip in the bag. So very short ones. So Jack's getting short fries. So there's your tutorial, Debbie. It's called Genius. It's a deluxe model made with glass. Very heavy duty. I know that they do come in the cheaper plastic varieties, but this I purchased many years ago. And my intention was to pass it down to the daughters because they're cookers. But if my goddaughter Danielle is seeing this, Danielle, if you'd like it, you gotta let me know, girly. Genius. It is truly a genius product. Chopper, slicer, all with the wrist. So easy. Definitely approved. Thumbs up. Approved. Approved product. Bought it on QVC. Now, sometimes for my purposes, I'd like the stew to be a little more like soup. Now, I do not put the egg life wraps in my stew when I make enough. However, when I want it more soupy in my freezer, I have what I call the little bone broth pucks. And if I can warm it up with my hand, just took it out of the freezer. Yeah, I can't do it. Of course I can't do it. Stand by. There we go. This is better. I take the frozen puck of, in this case, it's bone broth, but the last batch of bone broth that I made, beef bone broth, I did not roast the bones. On Thursday, I'm getting some butcher bones directly from the butcher, and I hope to roast those bones. Hence, it'll be a deeper, darker bone broth for my pucks. And I'm down to 2 more of these, and then I'm out of beef broth pucks. So, time for the nuke machine. So, it's still a little bit frozen. I'm going to break it up a little bit and see what kind of liquid I have going on here. Yeah, there it is. Little liquidy. So, another minute and a half, and she will be ready to eat. There we have it. Soupy perfection. Woo! Look at that steam. That's perfect. I just needed it because of the weather. I needed it a little more soupy, so that's the liquid it produced along with the extra beef bone broth. And now to put my eggs in, egg life wraps, and I'm going to have myself a warm, comforting bowl of soup for today. This is a What's for Lunch. I don't think I told you guys what my n=1 last experiment is going to be for this last week of the BBB&E. I've been doing experiments all along. Praise God, though, that I lasted longer than 10 days because last year I was bored out of my gourd. Now, this year I'm doing more, as you guys know, more creative, more recipes, just thinking back to the creativeness as a caterer and implementing it into a proper human diet. Now, this week I'm doing the, if I want 2 meals, 1 meal, still logging, of course, because that's where I know win or lose. Now, For those of you that don't know what a TDEE is, it is a total daily energy expenditure. And I follow the one that is for carnivores that was created by Kelly Hogan. Now there's TDEEs on the internet. If you want to go search the one that you guys want, by all means go right ahead. I realized that since losing 15.4 pounds since starting this BBBE, that I needed to adjust my TDEE, and I will include that right in the next frame, in the next picture. I had to giggle. I just received an ad from the Pluck Corporation, and it's the new canisters, the new shaker bottles they have right now. My bad for not seeing this years ago. I've been buying Pluck for quite some time and of course using it, but I just read today that it's from New Zealand grass-fed cows. So, whoops, what's to the owner of the Pluck Corporation? What's wrong with our grass-fed cows? If anybody has any insight, put it down below. I'd be interested in hearing what you think. I have some thoughts, but let's see. So if you opt to buy 4 of the Pluck season shakers, that you can save $60 on your order. So that's kind of a good thing if you're looking for savings and you want to reap the benefits of having organs in your food. I mean, it's good for me. It was good in the stew. I enjoyed it. The dog likes it when I sprinkle it on her dog food, the Pluck Pure, because she doesn't need garlic and spices and all of that stuff in her diet. So check out the next ad and look them up under Pluck, Pluck, to get your savings. Other than that, one of the canisters is just under $35. So if you want savings, get the 4-pack. I think it's a good value. So now with the new total daily energy expenditure, TDEE, I will be closely monitoring my caloric side because not to go over 1,700 calories, but like I've said before, let me turn off this 1 second. Sorry, I had a video just pop up. I am not eating after 3 o'clock this week. That's what I'm doing at the end. I'm doing the proverbial closing the kitchen as of 3 o'clock. I don't have that food noise that people talk about, the GLP people that talk about that. I don't have any of that. I eat when I'm hungry and I'm done. Right now, I'm done. It's 10 minutes to 3. I'm going to be formulating this video for the end of my day, what I ate in a day. Okay, and this is what is for dinner tonight. I'm having these Butcher Box burgers for me, and of course, one's for Ladybug. And what I am doing, what I did with the bacon, this time from Quick Trip, as opposed to the normal way that Cindy and I fold it in half, I decided to make it in thirds, to make it one big, crunchy, very fatty, delicious bacon bite. This is what's for dinner. Ladybug, you ready? She's coming. Okay, what we have right here is one hungry dog. she wants more. I just laughed because she came from a breeder boarding place, and I just said to her, I know she's a dog, but she's our baby. I just said to her, you would die if you'd have to go back to Christie's. That's the breeder that we got her from. Not when, what? You don't have grass-fed burgers for me from Butcher Box? I want to go back to my mama. Yep, she would die. Whoops. I just had to show you. She had to come back for seconds. She'll probably eat one of my burgers. I had to take a drink. And hopefully I'm not over 1,700 calories. But with me going as I've done so far on BBB and E, exceeding in the macros, of course, protein is a priority. If I could scream it from the rooftops, I would say protein priority, tracking yourself, watching what you're putting in your mouth, because you need to get the sensories, the feel. You need to get all the feels. I'm hungry, you eat protein. That way, you don't want the sweets and the fruits or the candy or the chips or in my case, the almond joys. Sometimes I felt like a nut, sometimes I didn't. But I don't want to feel like a nut or otherwise. Or the sugar-free ones, if you know what I mean. So, lastly, I'm going to post what I just found out about my Amazon subscription. Did you know that you can get every month, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get one audio book for free as part of your subscription a month. I used to belong to the audio books, and I don't know how much of a library I have. I have quite a few because I listen to those while I'm at work. Again, I don't want garbage in, garbage out. I want to learn something during the course of my time at work. I don't need the nonsense, but I need to be very productive. And one thing that I know for sure about this protocol, right now being the 25th day into there, it's as though the light bulb is on 100-watt bulb, like the Susie Homemaker days when I used to bake my dad little cakes in the Easy Bake Oven. It seems like I'm faster coming up with things, except when I'm distracted. For right now, I just saw a branch fall down off of a tree in front of me, or the dog squirrel. So check that out. If you are a Prime subscriber, I'm going to do the screenshot of what I got from Prime and include that at the end. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely evening, because you'll be getting this video before it's dark outside. Take care. I will see you tomorrow, Thursday, which is therapy day, and we'll talk then. Cheers, everyone. Okay, I am about to show you what my chronometer readings are for logging today, since I have redid my Kelly Hogan TDEE. So here goes. If I say so myself, this is almost perfection. Technically, I can eat another 53 calories, but I'm not going to. pretty good, in my opinion. This is why I track. This is why I monitor. This is why I want to get down to my goal weight into Wonderland. I want to see 199 pounds again. I don't necessarily care about what saturated trans fats and leucine and any of the technical terms are. All I know is stay on track. And I was very successful today. It was a good day.